Let's talk about the importance and the utility of a unified inventory pool.
Right. So if we look at the overall trends, viewers are basically shifting their viewing habits. Today we have multiple devices we can use to consume video. OTT and set-top box VOD today account for 50% of the viewership. It's massive and keeps growing. At the same time, TV is still there. TV still accounts for 4 hours out of 5 hours of viewing on the big screen. So if we look at this challenge, if we look at this from a buyer's perspective, a marketer's perspective, it's actually a challenge because the viewing habits are changing extremely rapidly, but the ecosystem isn't. We still plan in a very siloed fashion. We have planning processes for TV and planning processes for digital video. So as we build a single inventory pool, we make all of this a lot easier for the buyer because you can do things like deduplicated frequency reach. You can do frequency capping across linear TV and digital devices. So a typical example is if you're sitting on your couch watching a program in a linear TV fashion, we can actually target you later on an OTT device, which is on the same TV set, and we actually know that we've been targeting you twice, one time in a linear fashion and one time in an OTT fashion. So that's a real value for the marketer.
So let's go back to the siloed buying practices for a moment. What's holding back the change there? I mean, agencies know where things are going. Why are there still so many silos?
Well, first of all, it's very difficult to de-silo if you have two inventory pools. You can do deduplicated reach, you can do frequency capping, you can do any of that. Plus, today we have different currencies. We have GRP on one hand, and you have an impression-based model on the other hand. So as the TV world evolves more towards like a digital decisioning world, is going to evolve into an impression-based world, it's going to be easier to unify the currency towards probably an impression-based currency or unit-based currency.
So give us some of your takeaways. There's been a lot of dialogue at this event, a lot of spirited discussion and all. What are some of the key takeaways for you?
I mean, my first takeaways, this event is really great because we get to look at the issues at the higher level. We are really trying to move the needle as an industry and talk about the real issues and make sure that as an industry we want to move forward. I think that's my biggest takeaway. We're not here to talk about ourselves. We're really here to make sure the industry moves in the right direction, moves forward. And I think that's really positive. It's probably the only event of that kind.
So tell us what it's like to be part of the Comcast Advanced Advertising Group.
It's actually a very interesting experience because I think we're here to really help transform the video industry at large. And by video industry, I mean linear TV and digital video becoming one industry. Very, very few companies are actually tackling that challenge, and we're one of them. I believe we're one of the best positioned one, if not the best positioned one, to really address the challenges from a buyer standpoint, but also a supplier standpoint. And I think the only way to make this industry work is look at the entire value chain, from the viewer to the marketer. And I think that's exactly what we're trying to address as a group.
How about the sticky ads, combination? How's that coming?
Yeah, so we've been acquired 18 months ago by Comcast and incorporated into FreeWheel. It's been a very natural process because we are complementing existing technologies asset that Comcast had. Earlier on this year, actually Comcast created 4 different business units to basically make sure that all their technology assets are restructured around those BUs that are relevant for the marketplace. And I think it's again making a lot of sense for the industry. Those BUs are very much aligned with the industry needs at large, from the supply all the way to the buy side.